Tyranny. A game I've been told I need to play by the one guy actually watching. Maybe there's more of you. You never say hi anymore. Is it something I did? Is it something I'm not doing? Anyway, let's play some Tyranny. The normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency. I'm horrible at both of those. What's the super hard? Yeah. In the Path of the Damned difficulty, enemies receive a bonus to most stats, have the most efficient AI, and will very frequently use abilities. Party members take more wounds during combat, and when being knocked out. This difficulty level can only be chosen when starting a new game. Guys. Oh, wait. Expert mode. No, we want helper things. Trial of Iron. Only one save slot's permitted. If your party is defeated, the game ends. Your save is lost. We're doing that. But do we do super hard? Do we use story mode? Oh, there's micromanaging. Oh, there's that thing I'm terrible at. Like, I'm bad at micromanaging in game dev stuff. I want you all to know that as I'm doing this, there's someone playing my Steam library who just got booted for me launching this game while he plays this game. Anyhow, let's just do normal, Alex. We'll still do Trial of Iron, but we're going normal. Normal Trial of Iron, which is like a trial of brass. Like, it's gonna hurt to get hit with it, but not as bad. It's a little bendy. Alright. Is it a cutscene? Can I narrate?
For over 400 years,
This man said
the
that.
armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and two of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Nurad, spy master and archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die. Graven Ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general.
I like that dude's name. Sorry.
Small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle. Watching over the two generals is Tyranny, the adjudicator. Archon of Justice.
God, this dude's army's huge.
Of Kairos' minions. Tyranny brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders, judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws. You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Wait, am I a bad guy? Is that why it's called Tyranny? Is that why? That is an ugly dude. It's like they tried Borderlands in the face and just failed. Maybe I want to be a lady. Maybe I want to be a stocky lady. No, let's go. Let's go average lady. Yes. Oh man, we get a portrait. Who's the angriest person I can find? Yeah! Yeah, buddy. Next. Oh, wait. Oh my god, there's a big slider. Can we get a portrait of just the whitest dude? Nah, that's fine. Alright. How did you join? Pit fighter. Hundreds. Which is one that's... Ooh. What does this affect? I like pit fire. Not wishing to pay to feed and house to. The madam that purchased your mother sold you to the proving grounds. The Northern Empire's bloodiest, most notorious fighting arena. Given only enough training to assure the show isn't over too soon, your natural prowess and survival instinct led you to one victory after another. There was no elegant swordplay, no formalized duels, just brutal melee, and the stench of blood, shit, and bronze with each day's gruesome necessities. It is said that any fighter that slays a dozen others in the grand melee is given a freedom, but in 300 years only 3 warriors ever walked away from the proving grounds. When the closing horn sounded and 13 corpses lay at your feet, you became the 4th to be granted freedom, to thunderous applause. But this autonomy was short-lived. Within days, word of your accomplishment made its way the Akron of justice. Yeah! Primary expertise. Big sword. Big ol' sword. Yeah. Choose ability. Always cleave. We gon' cleave. Secondary. Should be well-rounded. He ordered that you receive training in a secondary thing. Because, dude, you can't just cleave through everything. Ooh. Yeah, that. That. You learn Titan's Touch. Neat. Oh, we got a banner and whatnot. Neato. Red. No. Is it gold? Is that gold? I'm colorblind. Somebody help. That doesn't look gold. That kind of looks gold. We go black and gold. Black and yellow. Black and red. Alright. The big ol' hammer? This claw thingy. I'm not even started my timer at all. I'm too focused and... We're gonna punch everybody. Our banner will be a punch. I like this one. Yeah. We gonna punch everybody. What if we do red? We just do solid black. Is it boring? They can't see our thing. No, it's not very bright. No, it looks faded. That's pink. It's orange. I want gray pants. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. It ain't bad. What is our name? My name's Xlazu. And welcome to Tyranny. Might determines the physical strength of a character. Increased might leads to more powerful attacks and stronger abilities. What is this? I have things. Are these the ones I need? Yeah. 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 Neat. Points? Do I have extra points? I have extra points. Let's get that up to 40. Get that up to 30. Get that up to 30. And then just boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Alright. Conquest? I played through the Conquest of Tears, choosing how your characters involve you. Yes.
All the world has fallen to Kairos, and now the Overlord's eye is on the Tears, our home. The last corner of the world free Kairos' reign. Two armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, march south from the Northern Empire, the last realm to fall to Kairos a century prior.
Spacebar.
In the early days of 428, Kairos' armies arrived at the Gates of Judgment, the mountainous border that we Tearsmen so long believed unassailable. Unable to agree
Guess
on
you were wrong.
defense, the various leaders of the Tears sit and wait for each other to deal with the conquerors, until it's too late.
Too late squabbling to do shit. During the conquest, you will decide your character's actions during Kairos' invasion of the Tears, shaping the world through which you will adventure over the course of the game. Each choice you make affects your character and how major factions of the Tears respond to you. Your decisions matter. Choose wisely. No one's ever told me I mattered before. The Bastard City stood on the northern border between Kairos' empire and the Tears. Built upon a natural harbor, the crossroads between realms, the city was a nexus of commerce. To the Tears, it was the center of all wealth. To a northerner, it was little more than a backwater trading post. Symbolic status as a gateway to the continent made it a natural first target in Kairos' military conquest. Circumstances were ideal for you to prove worth as a soldier. Taking this city would send a message to the rest. Unsurmountable. Both armies sent their forces. First major. Can I select this one? The armies took the battle to the Gates of Judgment, trumpeting the opening call of the conquest of the Tears. The two armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, brought their distinctive sense of order and chaos. You went to the battle alongside an army whose approach is best suited. You rushed with the chaotic mass of the Scarlet Chorus, flanked the Bastard's army, and drove them to flee. Or, staying shield to shield, an Ironclad elite, you advanced on. No. We rush in the chaos. You caught the mercenary army unprepared for the mania. And disorder of the Scarlet Chorus. Your forces overwhelmed the Tears' defense in a few short hours, hacking and burning their way into this was the right choice. Any mercenaries who survived found themselves initiated into the Scarlet Chorus, tortured by ruthless interrogators, or made the sport of competition as the army marched. That sounds about right. What's this? Feeding the host, you found a way to feed, or you decided the fate. We decide fate. Conscript. Enslave. We do need soldiers. But we could use slaves. Nah. You armed cooperative ex-soldiers with scrap weapons and tossed them into the vanguard of the next Scarlet Chorus assault. Those who survived were welcome to take up arms and armor of the fallen and eke out a desperate struggle to survive in the military. After their first victory, rewarded the new recruits with the opportunity to execute their wounded or reluctant countrymen. That's brutal. The armies of Kairos amassed around the Bastard City, the first bastion of the Tears to fall. Both armies longed to storm the walled outpost, the Scarlet Chorus howling for plunder, and the Disfavored forming an unbreakable shield wall. Your prowess on the field of battle had carried them this far, but there's one more step before total victory. Both of the armies had inspired schemes to take. Which did you support? You join the disfavored direct assault. No fortification would stand against it. It gives me the ability of Warrior's Respite. You joined them, setting it on fire. I like it. Or, you led a mixed band of scouts to Ooh. I mean, that's a good one. We're going with that. Though it was challenging to earn the cooperation of both armies, their shared interest in taking down the city defenses allowed your scouts to work as a single unit. Once forced to scale the wall, a mixture of tactics and savagery to stabilize the city guard, who quickly lost their command over the defenses and were forced to surrender. Lacking the support of archers and siege weapons, the best city fell quickly. Yeah. Oh, that's neat. I like this animation. You may only choose one. Leviathan's Crossing. Deposits of iron made the settlement of Leviathan's Crossing a strategic war asset. Sent the forge-bound smith mages with exceptional skill to establish a flow of weaponry. It is good. Or, troops of the mountain realm of the Apex stood idle in the safety of their valley, biding their time as their neighbors in the Bastardy fell. The second year of war, a joint force of disfavored crossed over to take control of it. Kind of. I mean, weaponry, these guys deserve to die. We could just murder all of these guys. Mountain Valley, ruled for generations by the Queen House veteran, stood at the heart of the tiers. No army could bypass the landlocked realm without leaving their flank exposed to attack. By the second year of the war, the disfavored and Scarlet Horse was put deep into the tiers. Elements of both armies were dispatched to combat Apex. Tunon assigned you to accompany them, tasked with bringing harness law to the territory, as well as keeping an eye on both armies. Oh look, tokens. What's this one? The Battle of Edrine Pass. His favorite sent their most destructive ally to crush Edrine Fort, Karn, Akron of Stone. Buried the stronghold under an avalanche triggered from the surrounding mountains. The Scarlet Horse were promised captured enemies for recruitment, yet none survived the onslaught. They demanded compensation or denial of strength. A school of water mages loyal to the Tiersmen posed a substantial threat. This favored wished to annihilate the school, while the Scarlet Horse insisted on capturing, wishing to learn their craft. We could better this army by doing that. Nah, I'm not dealing with that mess. I want magic. Though countless lives were lost. Whoops. Praise your name as they drag the beaten elders. As the wave of screams and going here, please reach their crescendo. The Scarlet soldiers outside cheered for their Akron. The disfavored adjourned to their camp in grim silence, claiming the chorus lacked the will and desire to fully wipe out any traces of the enemy school. Maybe. I don't think the disfavored are going to like me very much. You could say I'm disfavorable. Poisoning the well. Hoping to break the siege, the agents poisoned the Apex water supply in secret. Days later, uninformed, disfavored scouts died. Outraged by the failure of communications, they demanded, of course, agents be turned over for them punishment. Or captive captain. Of course, forces captured a celebrated enemy hero. The armies bickered over his fate. They wanted to set him free, and they wanted to make an example. We're going to deal with this poisoned well, and we're going to fall. Yep. Shocked by your clemency, the enemy captain vowed to deliver his message in full, paid his respects before departing. Though typically more uncompromising, disfavored praised your innovative thinking. The Scarlet Chorus despised what they viewed as resources wasted, only to release a known enemy back into the wild. They're not wrong. None of those choices were fun. This game is not going to be fun, is it? Lighthearted, I should say. It's fun. I'm enjoying this. With the defeat of Apex and inevitability, the armies met to discuss how to put an end to the stage. Both armies agreed to send an offer of parley, along with their acceptance. The enemies requested that you appear at the meeting. Word of your fair dealings has apparently spread to the ranks. How did you orchestrate it? Through days of meditation, you negotiated the surrender, put an end to further bloodshed, or, taunting the queen into striking you under a banner of truth, you baited her to a duel and slew her, frightening. Ooh. Former enemies were loath to part with their lands, but they were even more reluctant to continue a war where they were losing at every turn. The Tearsmen are a stubborn lot, and despite their grim situation, it still took days of discussion and diplomacy to show them the madness of tenacity. On the third day of meditation, the rulers of Apex finally submitted to your terms, putting an end to the war in the valley. Neat. And no one had to die. Where to next? Oh, man. The land of Apex finally rested in the hands of Kyros forces. Kyros, Yolos. Do I pronounce it like Yolos and just put a K? Kyros. The Scarlet Chorus paused to revel in victory while disfavored prepared for the next fight. Armies radiated out from the conquered citadel and worked their way across the tiers. The disfavored and Scarlet aimed to dominate as much territory as possible in the coming year. Your distinguished reputation left the choice for your next destination. Alright. We go here? What is this? Will you give me a thing? With its easily defended position and rich military tradition, most formidable realm, or treasures and secrets. If we take this, the rest should fall. Right? You take the most formidable place and you just destroy it. I mean, you don't destroy it because you want to rebuild it for you. Yeah, we're going that. As much as treasure sounds great. Like, oh, we're almost done. Year 3 of the conquest. This is like a 4-year thing. Woo! The realm of Stalwart was best known for a proud army, disciplined, courageous, and undefeated on their home soil. Skill and resolve made a military power that Kyros forces approached with due caution. With its southern position, Stalwart had been largely safe from war, watching for 2 years as neighbors fell. On the dawn of the third year of war, they were finally poised to invade the peninsula and subdue Tyr's most vaunted army. Never seen the word vaunted before. Yeah. Marching on empty. God, this is a horrible option. After defeat at the hands of the enemy defenders, they accused disfavored of recklessness. They brought few to soldiers, honor the reputation, and punish the disfavored commander. Knowing the disfavored reputation for discipline, as well as their powers and to instill fear on frenzy, you decided the Scarlet was in the wrong, lacking proof that we're not disfavored the commander. What's this one? Defender. Let's burn their crops as they retreated, leaving traders little to forage, starving. You ordered thieving soldiers be spiked. By your command, the favorites share the provisions the thieves lost. That's better. We're going this. Commanders argued that the horde was starving. Being the largest of his armies, they were also the least provisioned. The men were wrong to steal, but the favored were equally wrong to withhold supplies from their allies. You agreed with the course version of events in order that the favored supplies would be shared. The thieves themselves would be punished with the loss of a hand and returned to the front line. They found this a sickening aberration of justice and surrendered their supplies with regret. They're going to hate me. Rather than submit to conscription, conquered locals began committing suicide. Desperate to add more bodies to the horde, they demanded a portion. No! You don't get to conscript because you're terrifying. What do you want here? Discovered a spell turned beastmen slaves against their handlers. The army prepared to deploy the tactic elsewhere, but disfavored protest. These unsanctioned magical practices ran contrary to Curse's law, and beastmen were considered too erratic. We're on this one, and we're gonna deny it. No, you don't get... No. You guys are horrible. The Interdict of Storms. It is favored card a slow, steady path in the heart of Starwood and surrounded the enemy's massive fortress. The main bulk of their forces defeated, the enemy leadership retreated to the magic fortress, content to wait out the war. The Overlord answered this impudence with an Interdict of Storms on the peninsula. A devastating spell that would endure for as long as the cowardly hearts of Starwood's leaders persisted in beating. Pleased by your efforts, Tuno deemed you the proper representative delivered to the edict. Aside from being given a 3-day window to read, you received no other instructions. Ooh. No. No, immediately. No time. You had time. You had a whole war to surrender. Agreed. The leaders of Starwood had refused honorable battle, and too many disfavored lives were lost in the campaign. Since the last regent refused to leave the keep, and sent you would let him watch as people suffered. Without hesitation or regret, you broke the seal. No hesitation. I think we should have gone disfavored from the get-go. We've already messed this up. Let's scrap it. Scrap the whole recording, guys. The clear skies darkened as you read the final words of the edict. A flurry of wind and rain whipped through the rolling plains and craggy canyons, turning rocks, uprooted trees, and hapless soldiers into hazardous shrapnel. Armed with a measure of foresight, you were able to remove yourself from the area before the storms grew more violent. Over time, nearby communities told of cyclones consisting of thousands of soldiers worth of limbs, spears, armor, and skulls. What's more, the weather showed no sign of dissipating. Several units of disfavored, who fought the enemy in spite of advancing storm, were caught up in the magic. The few survivors regrouped to nurse their wounds. The failure to topple the Starwood Legion shamed them and believed them dead and more fortunate. The name Stalwart fell from use. People took to calling it the Blade Grave for the remade landscape with the iron and bronze ornaments of two once great legions. As the forces departed, you spared a glance back to the ruins, marveling at your work. You didn't have long to rest before Tyranny called you into service once more. You've reached the end of the conquest. Do you want to continue or erase? We will continue. We made these choices, not mistakes, choices on our own. That's a neat statue. Also, man, I planned for like a 15-minute video.
The year is 431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The younger realms, the bastard tier, the free cities. All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands.
Good.
But our will is not yet extinguished. Not entirely. of Vendrian's
I don't like this lady.
those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos have banded together in defiance. Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, we have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the disfavored in Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault. With their main forces spread across the tiers, the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrian's realm to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive battle. As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers. The Overlord is not amused, and Kairos has one message for the Archons: crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kairos backs this threat with an edict.
Edict, that's how you say it.
That can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you. Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons. As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley, the ground trembles, and Kairos' magic seals the way behind you.
Wait, am I trapped?
You are trapped in Vendrian's well, with Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
Oh, it's cool. Oh. Oh. Like that. First visit to the world of Tyranny. Watch for these windows to help you. On that note. Oh. When I heard the avalanche of Field the Valley was sealed with you on the side, his favorite warrior collapsed a gauntlet to a breastplate, tradition suited for Legion. We told the Fate Binder was coming, and though our commanders will not say why, it seems obvious. Grim Ash and the voice of Nerat can agree on nothing, at least of all on battle plans to wipe out the Oathbreakers. Trust you bring orders. Conversations involve you, another character, and sometimes additional parties like bystander's companion. Choice you will make. Yeah. Your senses see more than mine, good Fate Binder, but I do not pretend to know much about such things. Without scarce magic and you're here in port business, well, you don't have character and secrets. Yes, you're here to proclaim an edict. What does Kairos have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague and eating twisted bones. Come bearing an edict. Kairos' swords will complete their task or die. Leveled against us, her eyes widen with fear, but her posture slackens. But the Scarlet Chorus prevents us from taking action. Why would the Overlord punish both of the... She clears her throat. Forgive me, it was not my place to question. We should have conquered the enemy within weeks of arriving. But they reflects poorly on all of us. Your first instinct is blame. No one... Yes, well, there has indeed been little goodwill between our armies, and you are right. When we act as we do, what choice can we give the other? She takes a deep breath, nodding. You're right, I should have not cast the blame, especially not when talking. Yes. Oh, did you hear that? More runners, they're done this week. Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from outside. She points. But they're a bit too late. Calm and show these Oathbreakers a good fight. Oh, man, there's... Hi. Tyranny uses a possible real-time combat system because you often manage more than one character at a time. It's going to do to pause the game, issue orders, then resume to see orders play out. Always perform basic attacks using their equipped weapon or their fist if fighting unarmed. Also have special abilities. To use an ability, left click on the ability icon, or yada 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 yada. Alright. Thrust. Cleave. Nah, no, we don't need to cleave. Do I get to use the other one? Nope. It's a bit of a cooldown, isn't it? Where's my health? Is this my health? We're not doing super great. He's near death, though. We're close. Yeah, we should load before him. Yeah. Talent points. Neat. How do we level? I wasn't looting. Okay, we're going to call that there. And I'll catch you guys next time. This has been Tyranny. This has been the intro of Tyranny. Should be fun. I look forward to it, and I hope you do too. Bye.